We can talk about major shift in technology. We'll probably go back to the Industrial Revolution, followed by the Information Age, the start of computers, the internet, communication services, followed by the mobile era, smartphones, mobile applications. Then came the big data era, explosion of data that we could use to learn and do more things. And then the current era, which we live in, which is the AI era, where we use artificial intelligence, machine learning, we use robotics to make our life better. So I've accelerated and built more than 1,000 startups. Altogether, they raised a bit more than $13 billion. So I can definitely tell you, startups are changing the world, period. So the amazing thing about startups, you don't know which one is going to be successful. We see so many things being disrupted, and that's, I think, the beauty and the magic in startups and in the innovation world. To build thriving, successful startup ecosystem, you need a lot of players. You need founders, smart founders. You need investors, and you need big tech companies, because big tech companies train great talent, and this is where Intel commitment comes to play. We're committed to tech startups, we're committed to startup ecosystems. I see Intel as the original startup. Intel put silicon in Silicon Valley, and for more than 50 years, produced profound technology impact on this world. Intel Ignite's mission is to accelerate groundbreaking startups. What we look for is first and foremost a very strong team of founders. We look for a very innovative technology, something that either was not done before or is not done in that specific way before. We look for companies that are looking at big markets. And the last thing, and that's maybe special to us when you compare us to venture funds and other people that invest in startups, is we look for coachability. We look for founders that are willing to learn.
So studying science, observing nature and wondering was always my joie de vivre since high school. Learning physics can take you to higher dimensions of creativity and imagination. At Lightsolver, we are building the next generation of computers. Instead of using a bit of information, we are using a laser bit. We invented the LPU, which is a laser processing unit. This LPU harnesses the properties of light to calculate these complicated tasks, but at a fraction of a second. So imagine that with a faster computer, we can more rapidly find a cure for cancer. We aim to be able to commercialize and deploy Lightsolver unit to solve today the most complicated and important problems in the world.
First time I encountered programming was back when I was 12. It was the first application I've ever seen, and the feeling of creating something was really inspiring. I decided that this is what I want to do more in my life. Granite, in its basis, is a software for optimization. Basically, we help companies optimize their performance by installing Granite agents, and then they can take those improved performance into cost reduction. Imagine you are driving from home to work. Your navigation system would tell you where you can drive and where you should drive, but it would never generate a new road which would be the fastest way. If we can optimize the performance and we can tell you how many resources you're actually going to need and help you get those resources instead of many more, maybe we can optimize your performance and optimize your costs.
As a scientist working in a team that is dominated by other scientists, we had the main challenge how to translate a geek speak into a business language.
Granite participated in the first batch of Intel Ignite. At Intel Ignite, we learned how we need to think about go-to-market, how to think like a CEO with a company that sells at $100 million and not $1 million in revenue, and what is the structure that needed to achieve that level of revenue and success.
Intel Ignite gave me an access to a top-notch mentors from Intel and from the industry. And they gave me lessons about go-to-markets, how to recruit a strong team, and how to approach investors and do fundraising.
We are 60 to 80 mentors, globally located. We have hardware developers, software developer, product developer, business strategy, marketing, sales, you name it. The mentorship at Intel Ignite is personalized and tailored. So the approach is not to follow a specific formula or one recipe. It is about learning the specific startup, the personalities, the technologies, and then come up with what can work the best for the mentorship.
Intel recognized the potential of our unique technology, and they gave us the platform to go from an experiment to a product.
After graduating Intel Ignite program, Intel has offered Granulate to take it to the next level and create a joint venture. We did a lot of engineering work together to reach a point where Granulate's technology and Intel's technology are very complementary.
A big part of why Intel Ignite exists is to help change the culture within the company. Many of these multinational companies have been around for many years, and the change of culture is critical to be successful. So Ignite takes Intel employees that have been around the company for many years and bring them to work with startups. They learn about the life of a startup, and they change the way they work within the company.
The impact inside Intel is about bringing in new technologies into Intel in early stages. It is about the cultural impact of innovation, of startup mindset. Sometimes we are able to integrate technologies into the Intel products.
Part of our commitment is to help people through that journey. Don't be at it alone, and then keep on creating this magic.
Personally, if I open a startup now, I will look for a technology that makes my life easier. Collaboration, productivity, loneliness, environment issues, things that humanity needs to put into the focus of what we are doing now for the future.
We want to see an impact. We want to see an impact on the world. We make Intel better, and we make the world better by engaging with these disruptors.